Alright, budget magic time. Mono red goblins in standard. And this looks like a keeper. 1 drop, 2 drop. Got our collateral damage. 3 of our foily mountains. So Goblin Glory Chaser. It's 1/1. If it deals damage, it becomes a 2/2 with menace. Combat damage, that is. So our question is going to be, do we dash this Mardu Scout or just cast it? Well, I think since we drew Hordling Outburst, we're just going to attack with Goblin Glory Chaser. Get in for 1, make it Renown. Then I think we'll just cast the Mardu Scout. It cost us some damage, but now it's on the battlefield for when we play this Hordling Outburst. If we dashed it, then we'd have this awkward situation where it would be back in our hand, and we'd want to be Hordling Outburst or Goblin Heel Cutter-ing. Draconic Roar. Revealing Kolaghan. Alright. Well, I guess our plan now is just Hordling Outburst, make some tokens, get in for 3, puts our opponent down to 16. Hopefully they don't have any wrath effects. We have all 1/1s. So this is like red-black dragons, possibly Mardu. The good news is we actually have 5 damage in our hand. Radiant Flames would be mega blowout. I don't know if we could come back from that. But right now there's not many cheap sweepers. It's basically Radiant Flames and that's it. Alright, Kolaghan's command. I guess we discard Wild Slash. It's less damage than collateral damage. And they killed our Mardu Scout. Mountain. Alright, we play the mountain. I think we're going to dash the Heel Cutter to get in for more damage. Attack for 6. So that puts our opponent to 9. And in theory, we have lethal next turn. We can attack for 6 and then collateral damage something and win. Kolaghan's command throws off that clock because it would make us discard the collateral damage most likely. But they can't really just play a creature. That's not good enough. They need discard or removal to stay alive. Like if Hanger, yeah. So that's game over. Heel Cutter, make the Hanger back not be able to block. So dash Heel Cutter. I think collateral damage is really good in this deck. Attack with everything. Make it so Hanger back can't block. Get in for 6. And then collateral damage for 3 to finish the game. And we got there. Sweet. Off to a good start with Mono Red Goblins. And this deck is mega cheap. Super, super cheap. Like, this is a ultra budget deck in its current form. I don't even think I'll post an ultra budget list because it is that cheap. So I just looked it up real quick. 6 tickets is where we're at with this one. I think it's like $30 in paper or something like that. Mountain for our opponent. This hand is not as aggressive as I would like. But we get 2 Glory Chaser. Wild Slash gives us some reach. I would assume our opponent has more removal now than they did earlier. Fiery Impulse takes down our Goblin Glory Chaser. Another mountain. Well, in that situation, we have so many lands and not much action. I think we're better off just dashing the Mardu Scout here. Gets in the 3 damage, and we can easily replay it next turn, either with dash or naturally. Would rather not see a Hanger Backwalker. That would be sort of annoying. Hordeling Outburst, also annoying. Yeah, we got a Pile Driver. I guess we play Pile Driver, play a Mountain, pass the turn. Maybe I should have sideboarded more. For some reason I was thinking, oh, we're just going to run over this deck again, but Hordeling Outburst is problematic. Is this Kolaghan's Command? Draconic Roar. Yep. Alright. Well, now we're sort of in rough shape. Revealing Thunderbreak? Aye. Well, this hand is not nearly as aggressive as we needed it to be. And that's another land. Well, I guess we dash this Mardu Scout. Might die to a Murderous Cut. Play another land and pass the turn back. Yeah, we'll do a little more sideboarding for Game 3. I got too excited about how smoothly Game 1 went. Probably should have changed some things up. This is sort of a slow, grindy matchup, which makes me think we might want some Outpost Siege, maybe Molten Vortex. Well, let's keep dashing. That is one dashing goblin, that Mardu Scout. Not really. Actually, it's pretty trolly. Kolaghan's Command. We have to discard. Kills our Mardu Scout. Well, I guess we just play this Subterranean Scout. A Hordeling Outburst of our own would be pretty sweet, or even a Dragon Fodder or something. We're going to hold this land to discard to another Kolaghan's Command. If they draw a land and get to play Thunderbreak, though, whew, we are suddenly in really rough shape. So we got to take so much damage just to kill it. Yeah, there's Thunderbreak. So we could double Wild Slash it, but we take 6 in the process. Our best bet's they attack with everything, and we attack back, and they block? Ugh. Well, that's a lot of mountains for a 21 land deck. Well, let's attack. I don't think this wins us the game either way. They can block. We Wild Slash, Thunderbreak. Drop to 5. Goblins put us to 2. And then basically we have to hope they're on nothing and we draw a Hordeling Outburst. But we're dead to any burn spell. Also dead to another Thunderbreak. Alright. So Arc Lightning seems sweet. Probably over Fiery Impulse. Roast isn't as good because the creatures have flying. Impact Tremors. So it's more for a control deck, but it could be good here. Molten Vortex is also interesting, and then Outpost Siege we probably want some number of, but what are we taking out? I guess we can go down a couple Mardu Scouts and a Subterranean Hangar. Bring an Outpost Siege. Yeah, bring in the Arc Lightning since they're a good answer to opposing Hordeling Outbursts. The only other option is Impact Tremors. Do we need that to win? If we do, then we basically take out all the Subterranean Scouts. The good thing about Subterranean Scout is it can make a Pile Driver unblockable. Bring in an Impact Tremor and bring back in the Mardu Scouts. Because Mardu Scout is sweet with it because of dash. I guess we can also go down a Wild Slash for a second Impact Tremors. Let's try that. Let's try the Impact Tremor plan. It's another way of winning a long game. Ay. Man, this hand is sweet. It's super sweet if we draw land and our opponent doesn't have a duress. If we draw land and go Impact Tremors into Dragon Fodder into Hordeling Outburst, So we have 20 lands left in our deck. Odds are not really in favor of us drawing one next turn. We're gonna try it. Let's hope we get lucky. If we draw land, I think this hand is pretty close to an auto win. On the other hand, if we don't draw land, we're probably just too slow. We have a lot of cards that I like in this matchup, though. Mountain for our opponent. Come on, Mountain for us. Oh, the most expensive card in our deck. Alright. Ship the turn. The dream is slowly dying. I guess I should have mulliganed. This deck doesn't seem like it mulligans all that well, though. Hanger back. Alright. Do we draw land this turn? It's not too late yet. Now it is. Alright, Wild Slash our opponent's face so we don't have to discard. And we had so much damage in our hand. Probably because we only had one land in it. Yeah, now I'm not even sure a land is good enough. We play Impact Tremors, Dragon Fodder's 2, hope we draw another land. Hordling Outburst is 3, that puts our opponent to 13. Collateral damage, puts our opponent to 7. And there's a Hordling Outburst for our opponent. Yeah, we're falling further behind. And not a land. Alright, I'm scooping. We're too far behind at this point. Just couldn't find the land.